are untouchable. We are unstoppable, and we are undisputed.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another action figure review. Today this is sort of a 2-in-1, sort of not. We have got on the right the Top Picks 2019 Braun Strowman action figure, and on the left we've got the Elite Series 68 / Summerslam Elite Wave, whatever you'd like to call it, Braun Strowman. These figures are actually exactly the same. There's nothing different in terms of accessories, attire, head scan, or anything at all. So this is sort of going to be a 2-in-1. I'm just going to open one, and the other one we are going to do a giveaway on. So stay tuned to the very end of the video after the picture feed, and then we will get into details on how you can win one of these action figures. But of course, we are going to do a review first of all. Starting off with the packaging, these are your typical WWE figure packagings. They just differ a little bit. This one sort of has a SummerSlam color scheme, while this one has like Top Picks logos and stuff like that. I believe they're literally based on the same attire. Oh, the bios are slightly different. I guess one is meant to be based off of the Elias thing, and the other is meant to be based off of the match with Kevin Owens at SummerSlam, although they kind of work for both because he does come with the guitar and he also comes with the Money in the Bank briefcase. So that is kind of interesting. You also get, of course, the other superstars available in each of those two different waves. I have already reviewed Daniel Bryan from this set and Finn Balor from this set, and I'll have reviews coming for the rest of them in the coming days here on the channel, so make sure to subscribe. But that is pretty well it for the packaging. I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to open, but we're going to open one of them. Here we do have the Monster Among Men out of the packaging. I did go ahead and open the Top Talents one. It was literally just the first one I grabbed. There's no difference between the figures, so it really doesn't make a difference to me. But let's go ahead and get into this review, starting off with the accessories. Here you can see all the accessories included with this Elite figure, or either one of them for that matter. We actually got some pretty decent ones. We've got 2 new items here as well as interchangeable hands. So we will start off here with the Money in the Bank briefcase. If I can get a better focus on it, that would be much appreciated. But anyways, there you can see the brand new Money in the Bank briefcase. It is the size of the Chase variant ones that we got in yellow, but it is the new green Money in the Bank. It's got a bit of a different color on the handle as well as the logo. But here you can see it compared to the old size Money in the Bank briefcases. And we did get some yellow ones this size as well, but they were Chase variants. The only one I have is one that's painted to use in my pick fed, which I hope to have returned soon to the channel. It's currently a work in progress. But as you can see, these are much more of an accurate size than these giant ones that we got in the past. So I really am excited to have this accurate sized green Money in the Bank briefcase in the collection. Up next, we get this massive bass guitar that Braun Strowman played whenever he interrupted Elias on that one night. Just for a size comparison, here is an Elias guitar, so you can see that this thing is quite massive. And of course, it does have a breakaway function. As you can see, 2 pieces on the back, the main body of it, the stem of the guitar, and the back right here. So we'll go ahead and try to break it on the ground right there. As you can see, the back pieces came off, and then this piece should pop off as well. So there you can see it breaks away into a few different pieces. And then of course we do have our interchangeable hands. For this figure we get 2 sets of fists, as well as these more open ones, which are quite good for holding the bass guitar. I would have liked to have also gotten just like the standard ones so we could hold the briefcase as well as the guitar, but I can't understand. And of course, if you have any other figures pretty well, they probably have come with that, and you can just pop them on that Braun Strowman. Now that we've taken a look at the accessories, let's go ahead and get an in-depth look at the Braun Strowman figure itself. There are pretty well no major differences between past Braun Strowmans we got, although I did notice one thing which we will get to. But first of all, the head scan is completely the same as the one we've gotten in the past, just it does use the new True Effects technology, so it does look a lot more realistic and less cartoonish. So yeah, I can appreciate that, but honestly, I think it's just time for a new Braun Strowman head scan. This one has been overused a lot. It's basically been that one or this screaming head right here. But personally, I think I probably prefer the screaming head. But with the True Effects, this one does knock it up a little bit, so I'm not too upset about that. But otherwise, moving on down, it's pretty well every other Braun Strowman action figure. He does have his ponytail on the back, and there you can, let's not fall over. There you can see the one detail, which I believe is a first time, we get this little logo on the shirt. Personally, I would have liked if we at least got like the Get These Hands logo or something on here, just to differ it from all the other Braun Strowman figures we've got. But he's got his tattoo, of course, with the Superman one missing, since that is a copyrighted logo. Mattel can't really use it. He does have his big long brown pants with the camo sort of look on them. We've seen this on multiple of his figures before. I don't think there's any real difference here. And then we do get the green boots, which I believe we got on his last release, maybe the one before that. I really can't keep track, but it's the more detailed boots instead of just the basic black. So that is kind of nice. It's got a bit of a camo sort of look to it, matches the pants. But yeah, that's pretty well it. That's the only real difference right there, is that little logo on the back. That's the only thing that differs this from every other Braun Strowman action figure. And who knows, maybe we've got that logo on the back and I'm just a freaking idiot. But that is the review for the figure. Let's go ahead and get into articulation, onto some comparisons, wrap this video up, get into the pictures, and onto the giveaway. One thing that is always brought down when you have bigger characters like Braun Strowman is articulation, so unfortunately this figure is quite limited, but I will go over it anyways. You cannot move the head like barely side to side. He gets like no look up or look down because of his massive beard. It just will not allow it, unfortunately. The ab crunch is fairly decent for a big guy, but once again it is quite minimal. He gets the full shoulder rotation. Of course they move in and out. It is on a ball joint. You get the bicep swivel, but the arms I find are quite limited. He can't like reach in that far, and we do get, of course, the single jointed elbow. The hands move around as well as bend in and out, and you can easily just pop them off and knock your Braun Strowman action figure over, and then pop the other hands and just port them in. It's fairly easy, as you can see. So now he's got a fist on that hand, as well as if you move down, he does have the full rotation here. The leg articulation is quite pathetic. He can only move it really that far, so you won't be doing very many big boots with this guy. He does have the ability to move them out, but it's pretty limited once again. I believe those are ball joints. Yes, they are, so you could swap these if you wanted to, but I don't really see why you would. His knee articulation is just your typical double jointed knee. It's not really inhibited. The ankle pivot right there at the top of the boot is fine. Or the ankle pivot here, the rotation at the top of the boot is fine. But that is pretty well it. It's kind of minimalized, mainly due to the head scan as well as the massive arms. But that is the articulation on this Braun Strowman action figure. Let's go ahead and get into some comparisons, and then we will wrap this thing up, show off some pictures, and get into the giveaway. Here you can see Braun Strowman next to all the other Brauns in my collection that I could find. And these figures are all pretty well the same, aside from the Wyatt family one. That was just a little bit different because he has the longer bearded look and he's got like a little sheep on his butt. And of course we have Roman Strowman. Only the OGs of the channel are going to remember that. That was a really weird video, man. I don't know what I was doing. And then of course there's just another Elite, which is exactly the same as this one, just with the screaming head scan. This one does have a custom shirt on it. Maybe I'll throw that on this guy because that's kind of cool. And it makes it pop out and be a little bit more unique. But overall, it's pretty well the same as every other Braun Strowman action figure. There's not really anything special with this one per se. But if you haven't picked up a Braun Strowman or you want these accessories, I guess those would be the two main reasons you'd want to get this action figure. Someone commented on my unboxing of this that it would have been really cool if we got the KO in the bank attire for Kevin Owens when he took on Braun Strowman from that night at Summerslam, just so we didn't get the exact same figure twice. I think that would have been really cool, but they probably didn't want to release it because Kevin Owens kind of had a poor performance that night. But speaking of Kevin Owens, here you can see Braun next to Kevin Owens, as well as Elias, kind of his two rivalries from 2018 that this figure is based on. They were both around the summertime. None of them really led to much of anything, and honestly I wasn't too enthralled with either of them, especially the Kevin Owens one. After how quickly Kevin Owens was squashed by Braun, I just hated that. Kevin Owens is one of my favorites, but I figured I'd make this comparison anyways. So that is pretty well my review on this Braun Strowman action figure. Getting into my star rating, this figure is not going to score high. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 at best, and that's honestly pretty generous. We've gotten this figure before. They released 2 of them at once, which makes literally 0 sense to me. Seems like Braun Strowman is getting just so many Elite releases, and like none of them are the same. Like you could buy this one and you have the same figure. You could buy this one and you have the same figure. You could buy the other one that had the custom shirt on and you basically have the same figure. Like there is 0 difference really, aside from one small detail on the shirt, and we should be getting more than that. At least give us a different t-shirt design and a new head scan or something like that. The only reason it's getting a little bit of points is because these accessories are pretty awesome. The base guitar and the new Money in the Bank are pretty great to come in one set. And I do sort of like the true effects and that one little detail we get on the back, but that really shouldn't, because we should be getting small details like that. And the true effects things are coming now on every figure. So that's why I'm giving it such a low rating, and that is honestly very generous. I could have just given it a 2 out of 10 for the 2 accessories. But anyways, those are my thoughts on the figure. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section below. Let's get on to some pictures, and then I will be back for the giveaway details. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to win this Elite 68 SummerSlam Braun Strowman action figure, here's what you have to do. Number 1, be subscribed to the channel and hit that little notification bell. So if you're brand new, do that right now. Hit the like button on this very video. And leave a comment down below. Letting me know what your favorite action figure is in your collection. So once you do all of those things, and you have to do all of them, I will be checking. You will be entered into the giveaway and you could win this Braun Strowman action figure. Now I will be announcing the video. Now the winner will be announced, I'm going to say in a week's time, and I'll probably do it on my community tab as well as my social medias. So stay tuned to that. You will have a certain amount of time to contact me before I draw a new winner, so make sure you stay tuned and wait for that. And definitely stay active on the upcoming videos up to that point. So that is pretty much going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon.